Colleagues, the National Health Strategy 2026-2030 comes at a defining moment for our health sector. It is not just a planning document, it is a national statement of intent. The path we are choosing as a country. It aligns with the National Development Strategy 2 and His Excellency the President's Vision 2030. A healthy population is not a byproduct of development, it is a driver of that development. I'm encouraged that this strategy is grounded in evidence, shaped by wide consultation and informed by realities across the system, from referral hospitals to rural clinics. The permanent secretary has confirmed that the sector is ready to implement. What remains is disciplined execution. We must also recognize the progress we have made. We have improved life expectancy. We have sustained HIV 95 targets. Maternal mortality has declined. We have expanded infrastructure, strengthened energy resilience, improved access to medicines, and advanced digital health system. These are real achievements. They represent lives saved and dignity restored. But we don't stop there. At the same time, we must be honest about challenges. Health financing constraints persist. There are some gaps in medicines, equipment, and human resources. Inequities in access, particularly for rural communities, must be addressed decisively. These are not excuses. They are our mandates. The National Health Strategy 2026-2030 is a policy instrument for transformation. It calls on us to strengthen domestic finance, to expand and support our health workforce, to modernize infrastructure and equipment, to scale up digital health systems, and to ensure equitable access to quality care. But above all, it calls for accountability. In this regard, I wish to recognize the critical role of key institutions present here today. The Office of the Public Health Advisor to the President and Cabinet, under the leadership of Dr. Agnes Mahomba, ensures that health remains central at the highest level of government policy and coordination. Equally, the Health Service Commission plays a pivotal role in managing and developing our health workforce. Without the right people in the right places with the right support, no strategy will succeed. Our regulators are here. Good ethical practice and safety of our people is important. Their alignment with ministry will be essential. Colleagues, let me now be very clear. The era of planning without implementation is over. The commitments made by the permanent secretary are noted, and they carry my full support. My peers is usually honest, and I trust he meant it when he made that commitment. As Minister, I want to assure you this strategy will not be left to run on its own. The executive will provide continuous policy direction, oversight, and support throughout its life. We will address policy bottlenecks decisively, strengthen all of government coordination, align financing with priorities, monitor progress regularly, and take corrective action when necessary.
Were taken into consideration. The key policy issues have been distilled and are now going to be presented for your guidance. On behalf of the ministry, I wish to state clearly that whatever outcome and whatever strategy we have for the next 5 years, we are ready to implement. I hope I'm speaking for everyone in the room on this one, that we are actually ready to implement the National Health Strategy 2026 to 2030. And we want to move with urgency from strategy to action. And this is where most challenges arise.
Engagement which we are having here in Manicaland is really to come up with a national health strategy. This strategy should dovetail with national health strategy, the national strategy 2. So it is important that we bring all stakeholders, partners, our leaders from different areas, heads of different provinces, and our PMDs, our heads of our different institutions, our central hospitals, our provincial hospitals, our heads of departments, so that they have an input into this strategy document. We also have a consultant whom we have hired to help us come up with a document and strategy. Strategy paper document that we will follow for the next 5 years. And this paper must be produced, articulate properly all the policies that we are going to implement for the next 5 years. So it is an important meeting that we are having today, so that we come up with a policy strategy document that fits into the national health strategy.
Just highlight some of the issues that are going to be incorporated into the strategy. Maybe we can also highlight the successes of the NDs focusing on the health strategy.
That will be a very big model. We continue consolidating the gains that we did in the national strategy 1 with our national strategy. It's all everything. Health centers, clinics, villages. We are also working on district hospitals, equipping them with the relevant equipment. I think almost now we are at 75% equipping our district hospitals with new laboratory, new X-ray, new anesthetic equipment. This also needs to be followed by equipment of staff to be able to utilize that equipment so that health delivery goes to the people. If we don't improve on those areas, especially theaters, which means most of the matters and maternal mortality. I think we've done well in those areas because we use our indices like life expectancy, maternal mortality, which have improved.